Hello everyone, it's Heather. Welcome back to my channel. Tonight, it is Saturday, February 1st, and it's about 4 o'clock p.m. and Megan and I are here at Walt Disney World, and we have just arrived at the Grand Floridian Resort, where we have a 5:15 dinner reservation at the Grand Floridian Cafe. We have eaten at the Grand Floridian Cafe before, once for breakfast. We really liked the Grand Floridian Cafe. The service was excellent. The food was very, very good. It's not overly, terribly expensive, and we just thought we'd try it for a different meal this time, so we're having it for dinner. So far today, the only thing we did was sleep in, which was much needed, and then we went to Disney Springs, which was kind of chaos today. Disney Springs, by the way, is very, very busy on the weekends, especially on Saturdays, and especially the later in the day you get, so just a warning about that. By the time we left to come here, it was crazy busy, and there was something weird going on with the parking ramps today. Orange was closed. Like, part of each parking ramp was closed. It was very strange. We had to park in Lime. I wanted to tell you a little bit about what the current situation is here in the Magic Kingdom Resorts area. There is a detour for the Polynesian, and there is construction happening on the road, like between the Polynesian and Grand Floridian. So this would only really affect you if you are staying at one of these resorts or if you're coming here for a dining reservation. You can't park at any resort on Walt Disney World property unless you are staying there or you have a dining reservation. Just so you know that. That's all the time. He had our name on the list of people who had dining reservations tonight, and he did ask to see my ID at the gate for Grand Floridian, and then I'll tell you about that in a second. But just as we drove past the Polynesian, there's a lot of construction and road construction. It looks like they're maybe adding an additional driveway or road or something to the Polynesian. I'm guessing that it has something to do with the new Island Tower that just opened in December. And yuck, it's so huge. It is so huge and so tall.
It completely overshadows the pretty Grand Floridian.
Yeah, it does. It's very, very tall and obnoxious. And if you go back in my videos a while back, I commented on this when it was under construction. I really didn't like it. It's too tall. It's taller than all the other resorts around here. I don't think it's probably taller than the Contemporary, but it's another one of those big solid block squarish buildings that has no character. Now, I did watch a video about it on the Disney's YouTube channel, and they did put a lot of care and thought and details into the resort. I haven't yet watched Tim and Jen Tracker's video when they stayed there recently. I have to do that when I get home. I don't like that they built that right there. I disagree with it. I think they need to stop building these DVC, and they need to stop building in that particular style. I don't like it at all. I've talked about this before. But anyway, we went past that. And then there's something going on, I'm assuming related to the construction with the parking. Because where he sent us to park, which is currently signed as being for dining reservations, first of all, this is not where we parked the last time we came to Grand Floridian Cafe a couple years ago. We parked right there inside the gate where you go into the gate to Grand Floridian. And I'm pretty sure this is a cast member. I apologize for all the beeping. My son is texting me endlessly. I'm pretty sure this is a cast member parking lot because it's kind of tucked away behind some trees and not very nice. I don't think this is somewhere they'd normally want the guests to park. I did also see a cast member coming out and getting in his car. So this is obviously a temporary situation. But so we went to the gate. He checked my ID. The guard was very, very nice. And then he gave me directions. I actually had to U-turn around the security gate, go back out to the road, take a right, and then left at a light and come in here. And then I had to push a button. There was a camera looking at us, and he said he would be pushing the button when he saw me get here, and then he let me into this lot. So now we're parked, and we have to walk a little ways to get over to the Grand Floridian. We do have almost an hour. No, we have just over an hour until our reservation, so we might take a quick ride on the monorail just for fun, because we want to get in all our types of transportation on this trip. Are we forgetting anything? We did the Skyliner. We did the boat.
Air balloon. But that's not really.
That's not really transportation. I'm not riding a bus.
No.
No, we're probably not going to ride a bus on this
ridden
trip.
A bus plenty before.
We've had our fill of buses. So, okay, so I will show you this, and I'm going to, in this video, I'm just going to document our experience here at Grand Floridian. I'm going to show you this parking situation. This is a little 3-hour resort dining parking pass. So if you're coming here to eat, and I'm sure this is true at the other resorts too. And so it has the date on it, already printed on it. It says it's for the dinner meal period. And then it gives me directions, and it says to put it on my dash. So that's going right here on the dashboard of my car, where they can see it. And now we're going to get out and walk over there to Grand Floridian, and I will show you that. Okay, so we just got out of the car. We're parked right here by the security gate. So this is what this lot looks like. And this is definitely a backstage area, because like, look at all these like cargo containers.
I've seen a bunch of employees.
Yeah, a bunch of employees in like the little like service vehicles and little golf carts and stuff. But you can see the Grand Floridian is right over there. So it's not far away. This is obviously just a staff cast member parking lot that they're using temporarily. Now these people have blue ones. That was for lunch. So they must have come late enough and they're still within their time. You know, if they even had lunch at like 2,
right,
they could be here till 5 maybe.
Or like 1:30 even.
Right.
They could be on their way back right now.
So it says to use the crosswalk. So here's the crosswalk. Just ignore this ugliness.
As you display it.
Yeah.
Just ignore this ugliness.
Okay, so it is, we were just saying, it's about 70 degrees today and it's cloudy. It isn't supposed to rain, but it is definitely more humid today. But it's actually kind of chilly to us.
Yeah.
So we get to go. But see, there's this big line of cars that have to sit here. But see, construction. We're kind of wishing we'd brought like a sweatshirt or a jacket or something, because it's a little cool. Oh, this is the convention center entrance, Meg.
Ah.
I forgot that Grand Floridian had a convention center.
Haven't I been in it? That's where I got my fuel rod.
Oh.
Right?
Monorail.
We could just ride it in a loop.
Yeah,
around.
we'll ride the resort loop.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then be back here by our
Yeah.
destination.
When we came the other time, see, this is the convention center over here on the left. This is a good distance people have to walk. But when we came for breakfast that time, we parked right here in this lot. The main entrance to the resort is over there. And see that building? See that obnoxious thing?
Rising out of the distance.
That is the new Polynesian Island Tower. I hate it. I mean, I'm sure it's perfectly lovely inside, but they should not have built it. I disagree. I like all this dripping.
Yeah.
It's so atmosphere. Oh, I hear the ferry boat.
Yeah. Reminds me of New Orleans.
Yeah, it does. We did see a limo earlier, and it is Saturday.
And the wedding pavilion is right in the
Yeah, we're wondering if we might catch a wedding. That would be cool. We have caught weddings at Disney World before.
Yes, there's one. Right
In the
outside
park.
In the park.
Yeah, right by the castle that one time.
Proposal in front of the castle.
That was at Disneyland.
Okay, well at Disney.
Yep. And there's a minivan coming up here from the right. And we're now going to go inside. This is where you come if you have valet. And this is also where the bus picks you up if you're staying on property or staying here. I do like Grand Floridian. I think it's very pretty. I doubt I'd ever be able to afford to stay here. But
It's nice to look at.
yeah, it's nice to come for a meal.
Yeah.
It's nice to look at. It's nice to come at the holidays and see all the gingerbread stuff and the big tree. It smells good here. It's very pretty. There's a live pianist in the lobby. There's registration. It's very busy. Those flowers, those are real. And you can smell them. So here's a press penny machine. Restrooms. But there is a ship model of a Disney Cruise Line ship in the lobby somewhere of every deluxe resort. And we always like to come find them. This is the Wish, which we also saw the Wish at the boardwalk, I think. Or was that the Dream? I don't know. We saw a model of the Wish somewhere. Water fountains. One day we can stay the whole one flipping day. I just noticed that the wedding pavilion is actually out on a little island. I guess I never realized that before. We're over here in the main building. And there are a number of other buildings. Arcusi's is their restaurant. These are different guest rooms. This is the convention center, so we walked in this way, like right along here. And then these are the villas, so that's DVC, Disney Vacation Club. And there's a bridal studio to go with the wedding pavilion, and then there's also a spa and the health club over there in their own building. There goes Turquoise. We walked all the way to the front and we have the compartment all to ourselves.
This whole thing, really?
Yeah, it's completely empty.
Oh, here comes it. Of course. That's it.
It's the middle of the day. It's 4:30, so not a lot of people traveling between resort and park right now.
They didn't get in this one.
We sat on this side so I can show you the resorts because they're all on the right if you're on the resort loop. So, as Megan was asking about, there are two different monorail routes. There is the resort loop that just goes to the 3 Bay Lake resorts. I always get those mixed up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome aboard Monorail Blast. Your next stop is the Magic Kingdom. For your safety, if you are standing, please hold on to the shoulder handrails and do not lean on the automatic doors. Thank you and welcome aboard.
So this one just goes, well, like we started at Grand Floridian. It's going to go to Magic Kingdom, the Contemporary, the Polynesian, the TTC is somewhere in there, and then back to Grand Floridian. The other one goes from the TTC to Epcot and back. So it's if you're like,
Oh, I see.
yeah, so if you want to go between Magic
You
Kingdom and
have to
Epcot.
transfer
Right,
monorails.
right.
Okay. Oh, look, there's Space Mountain.
Yep. And the castle. Can you see the castle?
Yeah, there it is. It's blocked for me at first, but
Oh, I guess right here I can't see that new tower.
no.
I just see the Grand Floridian, so that's okay. I can just see the top of Spaceship Earth over there. So if you're staying at one of these 3 resorts, Polynesian, Contemporary, or Grand Floridian, you can take a boat, like you see right there, or the monorail, or you can walk to your resort. See the path?
Look at this lovely, nice walking path.
Yeah, it's a lovely path. If you feel like walking, you can do that. Cannot take a bus because between Magic Kingdom and these resorts, because there already is an other form of transportation. So if you're like on the Skyliner line, that's true too. If you are on a resort on the Skyliner line, there's not going to be a bus to a park that you could get to on the Skyliner. So like I always tell people, if you're afraid of heights and you don't want to have to take the Skyliner to Hollywood Studios or Epcot, don't stay in a resort that's on the Skyliner line because you're not going to be able to get there on a bus. So there's Magic Kingdom. Just stopped there and picked people up. We're going to be back here on Tuesday.
Yes. The last time we were here was for the Halloween party in August with Andrew.
And Ben.
And Ben.
Yeah. Now we go to the Contemporary. Oh! I got it. There's Space Mountain, which just turned 50.
Really?
Yeah, just a couple weeks ago it had its 50th anniversary.
That's cool. I kind of forgot we were coming back here.
Yeah.
We still have 3 more practices.
Yeah. In a row, mind you.
Yeah, we'll be okay.
No rest.
Well, Epcot is just going to be like a break and then a continuation.
Yes. There you can see the tower. I guess it doesn't look horrible from here, but
No, but next to the Grand Floridian,
it looks kind of stark.
Because the Grand Floridian is so pretty and
Yeah.
See that building somebody over there. We have to look over there and see it.
At Grand Floridian Resort. We are now entering Disney's Contemporary. We are now passing Bailey Tower at Disney's Contemporary Resort, a part of Disney Vacation Club.
Now we're inside the Contemporary. Okay, so here we are going past Polynesian, and you can see they have these traditional longhouses is how the whole resort was. Our ceremonial house is out there. I can't remember, but anyway. And people love the Polynesian. It's a very beloved resort.
For those of you attending on board, our next stop is Disney's Grand Floridian Resort Spa.
But it's built in a very traditional Polynesian style, which I really appreciate. So, and then we come along to the Island Tower, and I guess our 2 gripes about it are how tall it is, because it's taller than all the Polynesian buildings and all the Grand Floridian buildings, and just the basic square. It's too it doesn't match the rest of it. Yeah, and I mean the designs on the outside are nice, and the details inside I guess are beautiful, but it's just a big concrete block, really. Yeah. Yeah, it's too modern. Grand Floridian Cafe is here on the first floor, the ground floor, next to 1900 Park Fair, which is a character dining experience with an interesting mix of characters. I see Cinderella in there.
Oh, there's it.
Yeah, above this is Citrico's and the other fancy one that I can't think of the name of. And Narcoossee's is out in its own building like I showed you. And then the Enchanted Rose Lounge is up there, which has beautiful views, but I think was a mistake. Dark blue and kind of weird. We've checked in, we're just waiting for our table now. We're back quite a ways in the restaurant. Back in our little booth in the corner, really close to the windows on the far end. And here is the menu for dinner. The backside is just drinks. All right, our server brought us fresh bread with a big fluffy thing of butter. Is it all rolls?
Uh-huh.
All right, it's been quite a wait for our food. Megan got basically French onion soup and the apple salad. And I got the vegetable curry. All right, we're done with dinner. Concluding thoughts. The environment of the restaurant is very nice. However, it does get very loud in there. Like, for example, it was completely empty when we went in. By the time we left, it was completely full, and it was very, very noisy. It is very pretty, though, the atmosphere. And the service is very, very good. The servers are terrific. I was disappointed with the selection of food on the menu.
Again, it was like there were very few options. Like,
Yeah,
there were only
the menus are
5
very
or 6
limited.
things on the menu.
And we think that came about during COVID, and like they've just stuck with it, kind of doubled down on it. And like I wanted to get dessert, but I didn't like any of the dessert options. But the quality of the food was very good.
Yeah.
It was slow. We got seated before our reservation time at 5:15, but we didn't get out of there until after 6:15. And the biggest wait was between the time we ordered and when we got our food. It was
about
30 minutes. So if you have little kids, that can be quite difficult for them to wait that long. I don't think I'd want to return. If I go back, I'd want to go again for breakfast. I liked the breakfast.
Get different things than last
Yeah,
time. 'Cause
I liked what I got.
there was a good selection for breakfast, and I feel like I could have gotten a better.
You could have chosen
I could
better.
have chosen better.
Okay.
Like, my food was fine, but there were probably other things I would have liked more. Like French toast and stuff, I think.
I do know that for lunch and dinner, they're famous for like their fried chicken or baked chicken or whatever it is, and that's not something I care for, so
No.
I can't speak to that, but I know that that's very popular there. I think it was $64, and then I gave them a 20-something% tip, so it came to like $76 for the two of us for dinner.